why does your commercial loan application take so long with your current bank? This is something that I get asked quite a bit about, and the main reason for this is that the couple things is, first of all, it sometimes cannot be the actual bank itself. It could be the actual banker. You could go to the same bank, go to 3 different bankers and get 3 different time responses. That's mainly because the person that you're dealing with could either have a number of things on their plate. It could be a case of they're on annual leave or they're just not very responsive. That's why it's really, you need to be making sure that you're asking these questions from the beginning to ensure that the banker that you're dealing with does have the capacity to complete your application in an appropriate time frame, and they are going to be responsive. Within our firm, we need to ensure that we're dealing with bankers that have quick turnaround times and are responsive. Otherwise, it's a bad experience for all around, including ourselves and the customer. So you need to ensure that your bank you're dealing with is very responsive and does have capacity. The other thing that we find is that there is a lot of rework when people are going directly to banks, is that the quality of the application completed really leaves a lot of open questions, and there's a lot of missing information, which just really has a lot of back and forth with the banker and the customer. This only caused further delays, and I suppose is a lot more frustrating for the customer and the banker when you're going direct. So the initial stages of your application is key when applying for commercial finance, because you'd need to provide all the information up front. So I guess the banker or the broker can do their job in its entirety up front, which will streamline your process. The other thing to consider as well is that valuations for commercial properties do take longer to be completed as well. They're more in-depth and they're a bigger report, and there's, I guess, less commercial values than what there is residential values. So that's another thing to take in consideration, where sometimes residential properties can be done within 2 or 3 days, but sometimes in commercial space it could take 2 or 3 weeks to be completed. So that's another thing to take in consideration when applying for commercial finance.